Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Charles in Charge Cowboys Sports Report. I am just doing a live show before the game. I'm sure all the big dogs are live right now, so I'd be surprised if I actually get a couple people in here. I'm at 365. First goals hit 500, then 1,000. The show will take off like a rocket, everybody. But I can't get there without my brothers and sisters that bleed the blue and silver like I do. Like I have since I was 6. I'm 37 now. First game was Super Bowl 28 against Buffalo in the Georgia Dome. And ever since then, I don't know, just that night, my first Cowboy game, just fell in love. Been in love ever since. It's God, family, Cowboys, and country. That's how my four go. I'm going to give people time to jump in. And if you're watching this, guys, and you haven't subscribed, please hit the red subscribe button. It's free. It costs you nothing. What's going on, Raymond? I appreciate you jumping in. Let's go Cowboys 90s game. Yeah, we need the 90s Cowboys to show up in 2023, which this team with his quarterback right now is looking pretty strong. So, Philadelphia is tired to beat up. I mean, in Buffalo, they go to overtime. Then the following week, San Fran comes in and gives them a stomping. And anytime you play the Niners, you usually soar the whole week afterwards. Niners had 10 days to prepare for Philly. So do we. And we won 14 straight at the crib. Try to make it 15 a night. And it gets interesting because if we do drop Philly at home tonight, then next week Philly goes to Seattle next week. Seattle's fighting for the playoff lives. They played well against us. They played well against San Fran with a backup quarterback today. If Gino would have played today, could have been a different story. Philly goes into Seattle stumbling. They could be 10-4, and that's 3 conference losses. The Chiefs are trained. They just lost to the low Bills. Buffalo's dangerous on any given Sunday, just like Seattle, man. They both have the same record coming into today, 6-6. Seattle has DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Jackson Smith and Najigba at wide receiver. At running back, they got Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. I mean, skill positions, that's good. I think Will Disley or something like that. Noah Fant, the tight ends. On defense, you got Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs. As safeties, Jamal Adams is your box safety. Seattle's corners, Devin Witherspoon, who should be, neck and neck with Jalen Carter as the defensive rookie of the year. On the other side, you got Tariq Woolen, who ain't no joke, 6'4" corner. You got Jared Reed, you know what I mean? Solidifying the defensive line, you got Bobby Wagner, still playing at a high level, all-world middle linebacker. But nothing matters if we don't win tonight. If we don't win tonight, then we're the 5 seed. But if we do win tonight, we're gonna send the Eagles stumbling into Seattle, into a team that is desperate and hungry, and will throw the kitchen sink at them. So tonight will be very interesting, and I expect us to win. We should have beat them in Philly, 14 in a row at the crib. Tonight we make it 15 in a row. So I'm going to shut this off around 7, Raymond. Hopefully we get a few people in here. Give me your score prediction, Raymond. What do you think? I give you mine, what I said last night. 31-24, my score prediction. Or 38-24. If it's 38-24, that means that we had a defensive touchdown. But I think it's 31-24. And hopefully it's not like 24 all, and then we, score a touchdown at the very end. That game last Thursday nearly, put me in the hospital. So, if it's 31-24, like I'm thinking, I'm hoping that it's 31-17 late in the fourth. And then Philly scores with like 2 minutes left, and then we kill the clock, something like that. Our defense has had rest now, 10 days off. Micah Parsons did wake up with a bug today, with illness. But these NFL players, man, they ought to be able to get some type of injection, antibiotics, to where if you wake up in the morning feeling sick, by nighttime you should be feeling like Aretha Franklin, singing like you play. You know what I mean? But we shall see. We shall see. I don't know if my heart could take another game like last Thursday, or the game in week 9 when we played Philly, and it went and oh my God, back and forth. So I'm hoping that we come out fast, get on top, stay on top, and don't take the foot off the pedal. If we go into the half with the lead, come out in the third quarter, and whether they get the ball first to start the second half or we do, either stop them, or if we have the ball first, score on that first drive. Keep your foot on their throats. Do not give them any life. Because in the fourth quarter, they have a tendency to, show up and try to pull it out. It's not a sustainable way to win. But it's worked for them, against Kansas City, Buffalo, Miami, the 3 winning teams that they beat. But the asterisk I put against Miami is Miami's missing, when they played them at home, all-pro left tackle Teron Armstead, Isaiah Wynn left guard, center Connor Williams. Their wide receiver 2, Waddle, was out half the game, and they were missing their 2 all-pro corners, Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard. I mean, come on now. You were playing half a Miami Dolphin team, and they were about to tie it up before Tua just threw a duck and had it picked. So you won by 14. I wouldn't, call that a, super big win. Kansas City right now is not looking too hot. That win is not looking as sharp as it did whenever they pulled it off. And in Buffalo, just like Seattle, any given Sunday can, be dangerous. They have the weapons to do it. Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Dalton Kincaid. What's going on, Chris? I appreciate you joining in, my man. I'm gonna carry this for another 9 minutes. Just a quick live show. What's your score prediction, Chris? By the way, this is the first live show on the new computer. Yeah, on Black Friday, went to Walmart, got a 65-inch for like $200, laptop for $139, and a Christmas present for the kids, and for me actually too, for like $230, the S series. I haven't had one in like a year and a half, and I was like, kids been wanting how I want, let's do it. But Chris, what's your score prediction? I'm saying 31-24, possibly 38-24. Only way that happens is if our defense takes one back. But I think it's a touchdown game. We win by 7. And like I said, I'm hoping that it's 31-17. Philly scores late to pull within 7, and then we just hold them off. If it's 24-24 with 2 minutes left, that's going to be back-to-back cardiac games, and that's going to be hard for my heart to take. Man. Chris says, who you see we covering Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown? What the hell is his heart? That's retarded. Who do are you basically asking me who I see, what I think is going to be, who you see we covering? Deron Bland, I don't think is going to have back-to-back horrible games. He had a horrible game last week. I think Gilmore is going to be on A.J. Brown, most likely. Gilmore is, bigger, physical, and he's got a lot more up here than Deron Bland does. He's a savvy veteran. I think Deron Bland will be on Devontae Smith more than A.J. Brown. Last time we played these guys, we held A.J. Brown to, I think, his season low, and then he had like 1 catch for 6 yards, something crazy like that. But I would think number 21 is going to be on number 11, and we got 26 on Devontae Smith. But Deron Bland, this will be a game for him because if he has back-to-back bad games, it's gonna be bad for his psyche. Yeah, he's got 5 pick sixes. That's nice and all. But when he's going up against, good quarterback, good receiver combination, he's got to be able to step up and play ball. That's where we miss Trayvon Diggs. I know they're both ball hawks, but Trayvon was coming into his 4th NFL season, and he was becoming shut down to where, yes, he could, he was still a ball hawk, but he knew when to gamble, when not to gamble, and he wouldn't get beat near as much. I think Trayvon Diggs would have been the number 1 cornerback in the NFL this season had he not went down in practice of all damn things week after week 2. And that's what bugs me about us not getting Jalen Johnson at the deadline. Did y'all see him today? Did y'all see Jalen Johnson today for Chicago? Take one away from Detroit. Take one away from hell's their quarterback, Rams. Jared Goff. Key interception in the key moment. The kid can play ball. I don't care if Chicago wanted a second, or 2 seconds. Give it to him, man. He would have been worth it. You put him, opposite Gilmore, put Bland back into the slot, and then we were just like we were week 1 and week 2. Jalen Johnson is not as good as Trayvon Diggs, but he's just slightly below. And then in the offseason, if you let him walk, most likely you get a 3rd-round compensation pick for him. So basically, you just going down from a 2nd-round pick to a 3rd-round pick and renting this guy for the rest of the season to shore up that secondary. And then Jordan Lewis is your cornerback 4 again. That gives you good cornerback depth whenever they're running 4 receiver sets. Now when they're running 4 receiver sets, our corner number 4 is who? Deshaun Wright. I don't want him on the field. Mr. Gon says, I think our pass rush needs to be better tonight last week in Seattle and Geno Smith. It needs to be better like tonight than it was. Yeah. It wasn't. I mean, we kept the pressure on. You see, our pass rush is funny this season. We're not getting a whole bunch of sacks, but our pressure rate is number 1 in the NFL by far. We're making the quarterback get rid of the ball as fast as he can, super quick, but we're not, getting to him. Our pressure rate, is the second closest team, isn't even close. But if Micah comes in tonight 100%, even though he woke up sick, Tank Lawrence, he's been balling out in his own way. He's one of the best run-stopping defensive ends in our generation, but he can get after the passer. He's a smart guy. On that play that ended at Seattle when they let Micah go untouched, the play would have worked, but DeMarcus Lawrence sniffed out the screen, and instead of going to the quarterback, he went with a running back. Therefore, Geno had nobody to throw it to, and he had 11 coming down on him really, really fast. Osa's having a good, breakout year as a 3-tech. Dante Fowler still a great pass rusher. Not great, but good. Jordan Armstrong, CM Williams. Lane Johnson, I think, is playing tonight. Not Mr. Jeff Driscoll. So what Nick Bosa said was, the key to beating Philly was, you rush 4 and you contain him in the pocket. Don't let him break out. The Niners blitzed him like 9.5% of the time. The Jets blitzed him like 12.6% of the time. The 2 teams that blitzed the fewest against Philly are the 2 teams that beat them, which is funny because we're number 1 in the league in blitzing. So, like Nick Bosa told us, hopefully the Cowboys watch the tape, see what we did. I don't think Dan Quinn is that, dumb to not watch what San Fran did to minimize Philadelphia's offense, being that we have as much talent on our defense as they do. Almost. Their front 4 is better. I mean, when they added Hargrave, that kind of did it. And when they added Chase Young at the deadline and Randy Gregory before that kind of did it also. I think our secondary is better, but their front 7 is better, But if Dan Quinn it's a copycat league. If Dan Quinn just copies San Fran's defensive game plan against Philadelphia, then we should be able to go out there and hold them to a minimal performance tonight. I mean, we got the players to do it. We didn't get Shaq Leonard, but even if we did get Shaq Leonard, he won't be playing tonight. And, Damone Clark is playing all right. Marquise Bell is overachieving, which is good. So, 31-24, but it's a must win tonight. If we don't win tonight, then we're the 5 seed. And basically, the next 4 games are just warm-up games for the playoffs, especially the next 2 on the road, because we're going to be on the road the entire journey, unless, the 6 or 7 seed makes it to the championship game. For the 5 seed, it's going to be Atlanta, Tampa Bay, or New Orleans. One of those 3, and that shouldn't pose a problem. Then we'll be back in round 2 on the road again. We want to be at home. 14 straight at home. Trying to make it 15 straight tonight. The record's 18. That was from 1979 to 1981 under the Tom Landry era. So if we can make history and keep on winning at home starting tonight, then we could possibly find a way to the 1 seed. That is the goal. The Arizona game, I knew would come up and bite us in the ass. But hopefully, if things fall the right way, all's well that ends well, right? And if we can get that 1 seed and the road goes through AT&T Stadium, our chances of making it to the championship game or Vegas exponentially go up. Exponentially. So undefeated at home, we're split on the road 3-3. We're more of a home team. We're a turf team, not a grass team, which is kind of weird. You wouldn't think there'd be a difference between turf and grass on how you play, but apparently there is. There's a big difference with us. At home, we've averaged 42 points per game at home this season. I don't care who it's against. That's what we've averaged. Nobody else, I think the closest team has broken 40 points twice. We have, 6 40-point games? Is what it is. 31-24, guys. I'm going to be back live after the game. Catch me, guys. Help me get to 500. I'm at 365, which is one person for every day of the year. Help me get to 500, guys, and 1,000. I'm going to have a call online soon. Once I hit 500, I'll be able to get studio equipment, sound bites, an actual legit setup. You know what I mean? I've been on the phone since day one. This is the first time I'm doing it off a laptop. So hit that subscribe button, guys. It's free. It costs you nothing. It's a free investment. Hit that like button. Helps the video get viewed more. And I'll catch y'all guys after the game. Charles and Chargers out. Now let me figure out how to exit this. Okay, here we go. All right. See you after the game.